Hey, good evening, Carly. I need to ask you a little favor. Hey, are you there? Please respond. Good evening. Sorry, but I don't know who this is. Jog my memory? Do you seriously not remember me? By any chance, are you bad at remembering your friends' names, Carly? It's me, Leah, you dummy. Leah. Megan's mom? Surely that rings a bell. Oh, Megan from my son's class. So you're his mom. He says him and your daughter really get along. She sounds like a lovely girl. I can't believe it took saying my daughter's name for you to remember me. You really should make more of an effort with your friends. I'm really sorry, Leah. I hope you're not offended. Anyway, what was it you wanted? Can I help you with something? Yes, you can, actually. I need you to do me a little favor. A favor? From me? Don't worry, it's nothing difficult. Okay, great. So, what is it? It's about your husband, Callum. Will you lend him to me? Excuse me? Look, I'm sorry, Leah. I've read your message 3 times over, and I'm still no closer to understanding what you mean. Forgive me for asking, but by any chance, did you make a typing error? What? A typing error? You want me to lend you my husband? Yes, lend me him. What? I need him for the weekend. If you send him over on Friday night, you can have him back on Sunday evening. How does that sound? Be a darling and help out a friend. I obviously can't lend you my husband. What the hell? Huh? You can't? Of course I can't. He is my husband, not some inanimate object. Why would I lend you him? This is the weirdest question I've been asked in my life. Oh, please, would you stop? You're making me uncomfortable. You have to understand. My mother will be stopping by at the house on Saturday morning. Your mom? What does that have to do with my husband? I haven't been back to the family house or seen her in over 10 years. You could say the relationship has always been somewhat strained. I got married and had my Megan during those 10 years since we last spoke, so now I'm a mom and a housewife. I don't know how, but apparently she found out and wants to have a role in her granddaughter's life. Which means now she's intent on coming to visit this weekend to meet Megan and my husband. She wouldn't take no for an answer, so I have to take appropriate action. I see. That's all very interesting, and I'm sorry to hear you're in a difficult situation. But no matter which way you look at it, this still has nothing to do with my husband, Callum. Appropriate action. I don't understand what you mean. That's where you're wrong. It has everything to do with Callum. My mother asked for a picture of my husband, so I sent her a picture of your Callum. You did what? Think about it. He's so devilishly handsome. What choice did I have? Oh, not just a pretty face either. He's got a great reputation for being an amazing dad who's always there for the kids. He's practically in a different league to my husband. My man's so ugly, it looks like his face was designed by a blind man on drugs. And what's worse, he's always away on business. So that's why I need you to lend me Callum. No way. Huh? But I just explained in detail why I need him. I thought you were going to hand him over. I never said that, not even once. I've got it. Okay, how does this sound? If you lend me your Callum for the weekend, I'll lend you my husband sometime. One weekend and you get to choose when. That's fair, right?
I don't want to borrow your husband. What's wrong with you?
What do I have to do to get you to lend me him then?
There's nothing you could do or say that could possibly change my mind. Do you understand? I'm saying this unequivocally. It's absolutely not going to happen.
Oh, good grief. Why are you so stubborn and selfish?
Which part is selfish? He's my husband, for crying out loud. Anyway, you said your mom's coming on Saturday morning, didn't you? Why do you want him from Friday night?
I think that's quite obvious. If we suddenly have to play the part of loving couple in front of my mother straight after meeting each other, we won't seem genuine, and she'll figure out what's going on. That's why we have to spend the night together first, doing all sorts of loving couple things. If you catch my drift. Wink. That way, we'll be very convincing, and my mother won't suspect a thing.
What?
Oh, yeah. And I need you to watch my kid while you're at it. As usual, my actual husband is out on a business trip overseas, so don't worry about him finding out and causing any drama. But that also means I need you to look after Megan while the two of us get hot and steamy.
Don't worry. The things you're saying are causing me nothing but worry. You're actually disturbed.
What? Hey, that's not very nice.
Like, wow, are you actually this creepy? I'm worried you lost your mind, and I don't know whether I should find you professional help, because who the hell asks this? Tell me it's all a joke. Who'd have thought lovely little Megan's mom would be such a dangerous, perverted weirdo? Should you really be raising children?
Oh my God, you're horrible. Are you trying to upset me?
Oh, damn, that felt good. Oh, I'm sorry. Maybe I did go a little overboard there. It's like my hands took on a life of their own.
A little overboard? All I'm asking is to borrow your husband, and you bite my head off and try to commit me to a goddamn psych ward. Jeez, lady.
Anyway, the main point here is that Callum is my husband. Whether it's just for the weekend or not, whether it's for some silly little charade to trick your estranged mother or not, he's not your husband. If in spite of that, you persist in making these creepy, inappropriate requests, I will be forced to take appropriate action. So I kindly request that you cease and desist at once. Goodbye.
Carly, help!
Huh? What's wrong, Callum? You'll be getting home soon, right? What's going on?
That Leah woman you told me about earlier is waiting for me outside the ticket gate at the station as we speak.
What? Like she's lying in wait to ambush you?
Probably. That's what it looks like. Her clothes are a little, how to put this, tight-fitting. She's wearing a miniskirt so tight she looks like she's ready to pop out of it. I could see so much skin, it wouldn't be weird if the police picked her up thinking she's cruising for clients. Her face is absolutely caked in makeup. It's terrifying. Ugh. She just winked and blew a kiss at me. This is so creepy. Ugh.
Oh, I guess that means she saw you then.
I'm just thankful I noticed before I left the ticket gate, but I won't be able to make it back home at this rate. I should have been more careful. I never would have guessed in a million years that she'd show up and wait for me at the station. She's unhinged.
What to do? Oh, okay, I got it. Can you go to the next station? I think it's called 16th Street Station, right?
16th Street Station?
I'm gonna come out on my bike to meet you. Let's meet up there and then go home together, okay?
Okay.
Oh, yeah. I have to leave little Derek with my mom first before I get on my bike, so it's probably going to be about 30 minutes until I get there.
That's fine. Don't worry about it. I'm just gonna head over to 16th Street Station and sit tight.
Great. Let's meet at the northern entrance, okay?
It's a plan. See you soon. Thanks, Carly.
Carly, are you there? This is urgent. I went to meet Callum at the station after he got off work, but he turned around before exiting the ticket gate, and it seems like he went back into the station. What's going on? Me and him are supposed to be spending the night together. I pulled out all the stops. I tidied the place up, bought wine, candles, even baby oil, but he just vanished. What with us being a couple for the next 3 days, I thought it would make sense to come and meet him after work, because that's what couples do, right? I never would have thought that a big, strong, handsome man like him would be this shy. Can you persuade him to come out of the ticket gate ASAP, please? I'm getting cold in these clothes. Plus, we need to spend as much time as we possibly can together tonight to prepare for my mother's assault in the morning.
He won't come no matter how long you wait.
Huh?
Callum's already at home with me.
What? No way. He's still inside the station somewhere. I know he is. He didn't even leave the ticket gate yet.
He's having a relaxing soak in the tub as we speak.
Huh? No. You're making some kind of mistake. I saw him at the ticket gate just a little while ago. When I winked and blew him a kiss, he got all shy and turned back. He knows I'm waiting for him. He wouldn't just leave me stood around like this.
He came home from the 16th Street station today.
Huh? 16th Street?
He messaged me begging for help as soon as he saw you. Then turned around, got right back on the train, and got off at 16th Street. I came out to meet him, and we went home together. We just arrived at the house.
Wait, this isn't how things were supposed to be. We had a promise.
We most definitely did not have a promise. In fact, I made it very clear that the answer was no, didn't I?
But Carly, please. My mother will be here in the morning. I have to show her that me and my husband Callum are deeply in love. I showed her his picture already, damn it! How could you hang me out to dry like this? If you don't let me borrow him tonight, I'll be in big trouble.
Why don't you just be honest and introduce her to your real husband? That way you won't scare the living daylights out of any innocent people, and your mom gets to meet your actual family. Everyone wins. Why not just say you got a little carried away and wanted to impress her? Play it off like you were joking and you're all embarrassed. I'm sure she won't mind.
I can't do that. I'd never live it down. My husband's only redeeming quality is his salary. How can I introduce a man that unfortunate looking to my mother? Besides, it's only one weekend. What's the problem with lending me your hunky husband for a measly 3 days? Callum would have a good time. My mom would be proud of me for bagging such a great husband. Everyone wins.
Oh, God, how many times? How many times do I have to tell you? Callum is not your husband. Can I kindly ask you to stop making me so angry? This is me holding back. You have no idea how hard I'm trying not to flip a switch on you right now. I just know I'm gonna say something I regret if you don't cut this out right now. Don't push it, Leah. I swear it won't be pretty.
Carly,
Do you understand what I meant when I said you were disturbed, that you need professional help? Since you're not actually my problem, maybe I should give a certain person away on business right now a call and explain the situation.
Guys, don't do that! Okay, I'll stop, I swear. I'm sorry, I'm really sorry.
Ah, you finally get it. Oh, what a relief. Oh, that's right. How could I forget? I'm so silly. Here's the thing. I may have already called your husband and told him exactly what you've been doing. All of it. Chat logs and all.
What? You're bluffing. How would you have my husband's number? What the?
I phoned kindergarten and asked for Megan's emergency contact details, which they kindly obliged. Oh, one more thing. He's not away on business anymore. Want to know where he is? That's right. He cut the trip short to come home and deal with his deranged wife. My guess is that he's waiting at home for you to get back. Don't keep him waiting, okay?
What have you done? You have no idea how bad this is for me. My life is over.
Oh, yeah. And let's not forget your mom. I wonder what she's gonna say.
Huh?
Apparently, your husband got her number off a friend of yours. He said she'll be arriving soon. Looks like they'll both be waiting for you when you get back. Oh, aren't you lucky?
No way!
Oh, I just got another message from your husband. I just spotted my wife dressed like a $5 prostitute while driving past the station. I'm going to take her home now. Ah, looks like your taxi's here.
No!
With that, Leah was successfully captured and taken home, where she couldn't do any further damage. Her husband told me a couple of things when he showed up at our house with some chocolates to apologize. First of all, as you probably expected, he decided to divorce her. It turns out she'd been treating her husband like her personal ATM for a long time before this, and had a habit of spending all his money on clothes and alcohol. Her attempt to steal my husband was the straw that broke the camel's back. Everyone has a limit, and this was his. What's worse, he said she almost never did the housework and showed no interest in childcare, so he was, for all intents and purposes, a single parent, despite living with his wife. He told me all about how Leah would force his mother to watch the kid while she went out drinking and partying into the early hours. Naturally, all of the above considered, her husband won custody of Megan. Having nowhere left to go, Leah went back to the family home after having no contact with her parents for 10 years. Apparently, the reason she became estranged from her parents in the first place was because they forced her to do ungodly amounts of housework that bordered on manual labor. Having nowhere else to go, she had no choice but to return to her old life of servitude, and is now exhausted 24/7, 7 days a week, due to being worked like a dog by her overbearing parents.
Janet, I can't believe you haven't come home by this time. What are you doing here?
Susan, I told you this morning that I'd come home late because of work.
Work?
Don't tell me you've forgotten already.
Don't be rude, I remember. But 8:30 is too late. Your company must be exploitative.
I usually get off work on time. I can't help it if I don't get the work done.
You're still a cocky wife.
Huh?
Every second you say work, work, work. Bob's already home. You put work first even though you're a wife. Or perhaps it's because you're not good at your job. That's why you have to work overtime like that. My son works hard, but he's home by 6 p.m. You should emulate him.
Is he hard at work? What do you mean?
What? Are you insulting my son?
Anyway, it's not for lack of my ability that I'm working late. It's the busy season and everyone stays late.
You just keep making up excuses like that. I'm really disappointed in you. You're so preoccupied with work that you try to skip the housework.
But Susan, I prepared the meal yesterday so that you can eat dinner right away. I've done the cleaning and laundry in the morning. I don't think I'm skipping chores.
Oh dear. You were going to make us eat the food you made yesterday?
Why not?
Of course not. Food has to be fresh. What a terrible wife. You're making your mother-in-law and husband eat the food that is already cold.
Why don't you reheat it in the microwave?
You want us to microwave it?
You can do that, can't you?
You know what? It's not very tasty, is it? Freshly cooked food should be on the table. I don't call it a meal.
I see. But I can't cook today. So please make do with the food.
Oh boy. Because of the recent increase in convenient home appliances, my daughter-in-law is slacking off the housework.
We've had a microwave for quite a while now.
Oh yes. You're neglecting your duties more than housework, aren't you?
Huh? What duties?
When will you let me hold your grandchild?
Well,
lately there has been a rush of grandchildren all around me. All my friends are so happy to show me pictures and videos of their grandchildren. I feel miserable because I have nothing to show them.
I see.
You guys have been married for 3 years, and you haven't shown any signs of pregnancy. Are you trying to have a baby?
That's...
You're not even trying to make a baby. You're just saying you're tired from work. You haven't been taking care of Bob, have you?
No, it's not that I don't want to. It's just that Bob doesn't seem to have any interest.
Oh, really?
Yes, that's right. Even when we're sleeping on the same bed, he turns his back on me and keeps talking to someone else. And he's smiling and laughing. Probably he's cheating on me. I don't know who it is, but...
Oh, okay. But Janet, cheating on a wife is a sign of a good provider, isn't it? What's the point of getting upset if he cheats on you once or twice? I'm sure he'll come back to you sooner or later. You just have to take it as a wife.
This is the 3rd time.
Well...
Up until now, I've forgiven him when he apologized. But now that it's the 3rd time, I'm starting to think about it. It would be a problem if he were to have a child outside marriage.
Well, that's a dream come true.
What?
If he had a child outside marriage, I'd like you to divorce him quickly. I'd prefer a girl who can give me grandchildren.
Susan, are you serious?
Yes.
He's having an affair.
It's okay. She's much more useful than a barren woman who's been married for 3 years and can't even give me grandchildren.
A barren woman? That's terrible. We've only been married for 3 years. I can't even think about having kids with him being like that.
Don't talk back to me. A useless wife who is too busy working to take care of her husband and mother-in-law? She's nothing but a parasite.
A parasite?
That's right. He supports you. You should know your place.
Supported? I work full-time.
Women don't make much money. Just get your work done. Come home.
Yes, okay. Susan, what's this all about? I just got back from a business trip.
Ah, Janet, welcome home. Good job on your business trip. Well, I can't believe you're going on an overnight business trip, even though you're a wife. It's a bit cheeky, but you know.
Anyway, the house is empty. All the furniture and appliances are gone. All that's left is my stuff. What's going on? Where are you guys?
We moved out.
What? Moved out? What do you mean?
Don't you understand? You know, he left you.
What?
My son is having a child with another woman.
Huh?
Well, I was surprised too. A few days ago, Bob brought a young lady. That girl had a big belly. When I asked her about it, she said she was pregnant with his child. I was so happy I couldn't help but applaud. Finally, I can see my grandchild.
Sigh.
The new girl is very family-oriented and is very kind to me. She says she's going to be a full-time housewife after they get married and focus on housework and childcare. That's very different from you, who pretends to be a career woman. So you're done.
So that means he's divorcing me because he's having a baby with the woman he cheated on me with? So you moved out while I was on a business trip?
That's right. It'll be annoying if you cling to him and say you don't want to break up with him. We moved all our stuff out while you were gone. I'm going to live with Bob and his new wife. 3 of us.
Oh wow. New house? Did you rent a new apartment? Where on earth did the money come from?
For the time being, I paid for the move and the deposit from my savings. Bob is going to have a baby. That costs him a lot, right? Well, I'm sure he will pay the rent from now on. From now on, he will start a new family. You should get a divorce right away.
That's right. If he is going to have a child, I have no choice, right?
Oh, you're surprisingly understanding. But aren't you frustrated? Your husband left you, didn't he?
No, not really. He's done for me too.
Huh?
I'm leaving this house too. He said he really wanted to live with you. We've rented a bigger room. But it was inconvenient for me to live so far from my work. I'm going to move out as soon as possible. Thank you very much for all the help you've given me.
Yes, I've been taking care of you all this time. You've wasted our precious time and money. I wish you could give them back to me. I'm reasonable, so I'll forgive you. But please don't show yourself in front of us again, okay? We are strangers now.
Yes, I feel the same way. I don't want to see you again. Please don't show yourselves to me again.
What a woman. You're not endearing until the very end. Don't come around and tell me you want to get back together. Don't interfere with our happy life. Got it? Hey, Janet. Are you still working? Don't ignore it. At least answer it.
Good evening, Susan, mother-in-law. Can I help you? Oh, I'm sorry. It's not right to call you Susan, since we are strangers now. What do you want, Mrs. Smith?
It doesn't matter what you call me. You know, how much trouble do you want to cause us?
Huh?
You stole his money. Give it back, you thief. Did you forget about what I've done for you, you ungrateful bastard?
Huh? What are you talking about?
Don't play dumb. I went to the bank to withdraw some money, but the balance was almost 0. You stole it, didn't you?
That's a false accusation. Our accounts were kept completely separate. I don't even know his PIN number.
You're lying. Then why is the balance 0? You were the one who was making ends meet, right? If that's the case, you're the only one who could have withdrawn money from the accounts.
I told you, I don't know.
Oh my God, what should I do? As soon as she found out he didn't have any money, she left. She said she didn't realize how poor we were.
Who's this? Oh, you mean the ex-fling?
What's more, at the end she said the child wasn't actually his. Saying things like that. That slut tricked us.
Oh, I see.
Just when I thought I'd finally have the grandchild I longed for. We thought we had a young and honest bride. They made me so happy.
Well, she's the kind of woman who would make a move on him even if she knew he was married.
And even his old girlfriends. They said he was actually married or had a fiancé. They're demanding alimony.
Oh, that's terrible.
I spent all my money on moving, so I don't have any money either. I'm going to go bankrupt like this. Hurry up and return the stolen money. I can sue you if you want.
I didn't steal it. You can't steal money from an account that has a 0 balance to begin with.
What? From the beginning? What are you talking about? His salary was paid into his account every month. There's no way the balance would go down to zero so easily.
No. He is unemployed.
Huh?
And yet, he goes to the casino almost every day. And he's been spending his money on women. Do you think he'll have any money left?
Wait a minute. He is unemployed? That's a lie.
You lived with him and you didn't know? He quit his job last year. He said he didn't like his boss or something.
But he wore a suit and went to work every day.
Yes, he did go out every day. He didn't go to the office, but to a casino or to his girlfriend's house.
I didn't know that.
When he was working at the company, he had some money saved up. But he fooled around every day. It's no wonder he's broke.
Why didn't you tell me about it before? I thought he was working hard.
When he quit his job, he told me, "Please don't say anything to Mom. I'll explain everything myself." But apparently he didn't tell you. Well, I can understand why he'd want to keep it a secret. He's an unemployed, gambler, cheating bastard. He's too much of a scumbag.
Ugh. But then how have you been making a living until now? If he isn't working, you can't even pay the rent. Where has the money been coming from?
It comes from my income.
What?
I was the one who earned the money while he didn't work. Because of my hard work, I got a promotion and started to receive benefits. That's how I supported you guys.
No way.
You didn't know that, and called me a parasite.
Oh no. He always told me I make more money than her, so I believed his words.
You thought I didn't make much money, and you couldn't allow me to skip housework because of my work. Is that what you meant?
It can't be helped. No one told me the truth.
Well, we both got tricked by that piece of shit, didn't we? For 3 years? That's funny. Well, it must have been bad parenting that turned into a guy like that.
I don't remember raising him like that.
You can't convince me if the result is like that. Anyway, I'm surprised he decided to move out. He has no job and no savings.
Maybe he was counting on my pension.
You've been a housewife all your life, so you don't get much of a pension. Well, you guys were both living on my money. I guess you didn't know each other's financial situation.
It wasn't supposed to be like this. I was supposed to live happily with my beloved son and his new wife.
I'm sorry your plans went awry. Well, don't worry about me. I earn enough to live on my own. The new apartment is comfortable. I have a room on a high floor and the night view is very beautiful. And I don't have an unfaithful man who is just vain. And no anachronistic mother-in-law who bullies me. I'm really glad I got divorced. And I don't have anyone to complain about my food. I feel that the person who stays at home and doesn't work should cook dinner in the first place. I'm surprised I didn't divorce sooner. Well, at that time, I was in a state of thoughtlessness, or something. I regret that I wasted time and money. Well, that's alright, it's over now. Well then, I'm fine. Good luck, you two.
Wait a minute. If that's the case, fine. I'll let you marry him again.
What?
I'll let you get back together.
Did you hear what I said? Who would get back with that scum? It was you who kicked me out in the first place, wasn't it? And now you say I'll let you marry him again? I'll let you get back with him? Who do you think you are?
Because we are in a difficult situation right now. He doesn't have a new wife. I don't have a grandkid. We have to pay. I don't have any money. I don't even have enough money to buy food for today. Even he is depressed.
Huh? So? So what? We're divorced now. We're complete strangers.
I know that much. But you know, you married him. It's a family.
Family?
Yes, we are. Your family, so why can't you help us? I took care of you for 3 years. think of it as filial piety and get back with him.
Do you want me to support my ex-husband who cheated on me and my ex-mother-in-law who tolerated it?
Because we're family.
Give me a break. I will never help ungrateful people like you. I don't even want you to call me a family. I refuse to be part of your family. I don't want to have anything to do with you ever again.
Wait a minute. We are really, really in trouble. We can't even afford the rent on our new apartment. We are going to be homeless.
No. Before that, don't you have the option of getting a job?
Of course I'm going to get him a job. But he hasn't worked for a year, so I don't think he'll be able to find a job so easily. I've been a housewife my whole life. I've never worked.
Then you'll just have to sleep in the park.
I don't want to do that. Please help me. Well, if you can't get back together, can you lend me some money?
Huh?
I'll pay you back later, I promise.
How are unemployed son and his mother going to pay back the money?
I'll pay you back somehow.
Are you out of your mind? I'm in the position of demanding alimony from him. And you want me to lend you money?
I wonder if you could somehow exempt him from that fee. I'll apologize for what I've done to you. Please.
What is the value of your apology? Even if you apologize, I won't get my precious time or money back. If I could have it back, I would. I feel sorry for those who have fallen on hard times, so it's okay. But I'll make sure he pays me alimony. If you want to resent your own stupidity. Well then, take care.
Wait. I told you we can't pay you alimony. I don't know what to do anymore.
After that, I received persistent phone calls and texts from Susan, saying, "Get back with my son and lend me money" repeatedly. So I blocked her. They kicked me out, but after only a week, they started clinging to me. I can't help but laugh at how fast they went downhill. By the way, I contacted Bob's ex-cheater's husband and encouraged him to ask alimony. They borrowed money to pay the alimony. Both of them are working part-time day jobs to pay off their debts. Most of their income goes to paying off their debts. They are forced to live in miserable poverty. I have settled down in my new residence. I'm working hard just for myself. I would like to have fun with friends and go on short trips on my day off. I want to enjoy myself to the fullest after having put up with it for 3 years.